Hi everyone, we're going to evaluate the limit by using the definite integral for this expression given here, the limit as n approaches infinity. So basically what we have is some form of this sum on the left hand side, and we want to write it as the right hand side. So basically for this formula here, your I divided by n is going to equal x if you can write it in this form. So what we're going to do is write it in that form and write it as the limit as n approaches infinity. And I'm going to write j divided by n. And I know this is n squared, but we're going to use that in just a minute. And then we're going to write cosine of pi divided by 3 times j divided by n squared. That's this piece here. We're still missing n, so now I'm going to multiply this by 1 divided by n from here. So I'll just do little brackets here like that. So now I can rewrite it this way. It has this form. J divided by n for us is going to equal x. So this is going to end up being the integral of 0 to 1, and then j divided by n is x, and then you have cosine of pi divided by 3, and here we have another j divided by n, so that's going to be x squared. And this is part of our formula here, so we're done with that, and dx. So we're going to integrate that. Now from here, let's go ahead and use our u substitution, or we can use t substitution. So we're going to let this inner part function here equal t. So let pi divided by 3 x squared equal t. Then if you differentiate both sides, you're going to get 2 pi divided by 3x dx equals dt. Or we could say we're trying to solve for x dx. So we can divide both sides by 2 pi divided by 3, and we can say x dx equals 3 divided by 2 pi dt. All right, we're not going to change the upper and lower limits. I'm going to treat it as an indefinite integral and simplify from there. So if I treat this as an indefinite integral, it's going to be like the integral of x times cosine of pi divided by 3x squared dx. And then I'm going to substitute in for my for everything we need. Okay. So basically, that's going to give us the integral of cosine of t, and then we're going to have 3 divided by 2 pi dt. Now this is going to give you, let's pull this out, 3 divided by 2 pi, and you integrate cosine of t dt. From here, if you take the antiderivative of cosine, you get sine. So this is going to equal 3 divided by 2 pi sine of t plus c. Now let's substitute back in our t. Remember, our t was pi divided by 3 x squared. So this is going to give us 3 divided by 2 pi times sine of pi divided by 3 x squared plus c. All right, so if we go back to our integral, remember we were evaluating this from 0 to 1. So we'll go back to our definite integral, and we're going to evaluate this from 0 to 1 and take away that c. All right, so 0 to 1. And that's going to give you 3 divided by 2 pi sine of pi divided by 3. And when you substitute in your 0, that's going to be minus 0. So this is going to end up being 3 divided by 2 pi times square root of 3 divided by 2. This equals 3 square root of 3 divided by 4 pi. And there's your value. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.